Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. So this is a long way back for us. I am now in the UK and it's snowing. Now the up and coming videos, some of them are going to be a bit like a diary or a rant, a moan, but over the coming months, however long it is, I'm going to be in the UK with my wife Mem. We will try and video as much as we can and show you the sort of work we're going to be doing and everything, everyday life pretty much over this period. Now for those who've come across to the channel from our main channel, Land of Smiles Thailand, this is all going to be UK based on this channel. Anything to do with Thailand I will be doing on the main channel still, including the love stories. So, and for anyone who's just found this channel wondering what I'm on about, my wife and myself have been in Thailand for the last 3 years and our main channel is called Land of Smiles Thailand. Go and have a look. And so today is Monday, February the 8th. Why am I suddenly in the UK fast? Because I was in Thailand yesterday or the day before and I hadn't actually told anyone on the channel that I was quickly going to the UK. What happened? The UK now is in lockdown 4, tier 4, due to the COVID. And it was announced a few weeks ago that anybody travelling back to the UK and repatriating or just travelling, they were going to introduce a quarantine hotel system, alternative state quarantine system, just like Thailand has. And that would be at your own expense. I made a quick few phone calls and emails and I was told that it would come into play probably about 2 weeks after the start of February, around about the 15th or so. At that moment, there was still a loophole allowing anybody from Thailand flying back into the UK, providing you weren't coming from a hot country, as in a country on the list of must quarantine. You could come back in and do a 10-day self-isolation at an address of your choice and no quarantine. And that's coming in direct because any of the flights running from Thailand to the UK the countries they're changing in, quite a lot of them are on that list of you've got a quarantine. And currently Thai Airways, I believe, is the only airline flying direct to the UK. Eva Air seem to have stopped at the moment. Air Canada actually did a code share with Thai Airways, the flight I came on. So that was a bit strange. So obviously I had to jump on the bandwagon as quick as I could. I got a Thai Airways flight and it was 16,000 baht one way only, which is about £400, 460 American dollars. Not too bad, except they've changed the flight times, which I actually think are better in some ways. They're flying once a week on a Sunday. They take off from Thailand at 03:30 in the morning. That's horrible. However, you land in the UK, adjust the 7-hour time difference, 9:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. So that was good. They've changed the plane to an A350 and I was expecting it to be rather empty, considering that people are still going to have to quarantine or self-isolate. It turned out to be 40% full, and I would say there was only about 10 foreigners on that plane, as in Farang, us Westerners. The rest, a good 100 people, were Thai women mainly as well. There was a business class and economy. No economy premium available, no first class available. Not that that applied to me. I was in economy. I did get 1.5 seats, and I hadn't slept all day the Sunday before flying, so I did get some sleep. So I booked the flight, and the next thing, leaving Thailand to come to the UK, and a lot of the countries are asking for this now, is the need for having a COVID test, PCR test. Now I will find a link of a blog I was reading while I was looking for that COVID test. I can't remember the name of the blog, but I'll put a link in the description box below. So just below this video, there's a little tab, probably says show more. Hit that and they'll see a link to a blog. And the guy researched all around Bangkok hospitals, and I went with his advice to the Tropical Disease Hospital in Bangkok, which is very close to Victory Monument, and got my PCR test. Those who've seen the video on the main channel, I told you about the test, but very quickly, you have to book online your appointment, and you have to do it, or you have to take your test within 72 hours of flying. I wasn't sure if it was 72 hours of flying or landing, but I did it on the Thursday morning. I booked an appointment 10 or 11 o'clock Thursday morning, filled out some forms, did the test, and it was, excuse my language, bloody painful. They did a swab in the mouth and then a long stick in your nose, and it was painful. It brought tears to your eyes. It was painful. I don't know whether everyone's test like that is painful or it's just mine. Maybe he found some brains in there or something. Anyway, painful. Shoved me in this blow-up tent thing and put his arms through, you know, those into the gloves, and psh, yeah. Anyway, test. Then I went back the next day. Negative. Great. 2 certificates or 2 bits of paper translated into English, and you have to cross-check they've got all the information on those bits of paper as to your embassy, whatever country you're flying into. Make sure they match. They have all their stipulations, requirements on those bits of paper. So I checked that, all good. And I spent 4 days in Bangkok so I could get the test and then ready for flying. Thai Airways, Suvarnabhumi Airport, into London Heathrow. Plane was late taking off. It was an A350, it was slow. Should have been a 13-hour, 20-minute flight. In the end, it was about 14 hours, 10 minutes. It was just ridiculous. Never mind, we were an hour late landing. But it was reasonably comfortable. There was no entertainment on the planes. With the TVs were working, showing you your flight, but there weren't any movies or any entertainment at all, apart from some kids' games you could play on there. And food, they gave you a little bag as you stepped through the door at the beginning with a water, I think a biscuit, a couple of wipes. And then half an hour into the flight, they did bring food round. No choice, just one meal, there you go, and it was awful. It was chicken curry, and it wasn't very nice at all. And just before we land, they come around again with another meal. Surprise, surprise, chicken curry. And a bread roll. That was the best part, the bread roll. So that was that. Landing at Heathrow Airport. Oh, this is going to be a rant video. So, checking in. So checked in at Thailand, Suvarnabhumi Airport. They checked my PCR COVID test 2-page document. Had a quick scan of it. I mean, they didn't scan it, but the woman just had a quick look, looked at my passport, and then asked for my locator form, which you have to fill in 48 hours before you fly to the UK government website. Again, it all depends on where you're flying to, but where you're going to stay when you land, how you're going to get there, and all that stuff. So this woman scanned the 3. She looked at it, locator form okay, PCR okay, and electronic ticket okay for flight, passport okay. I then checked in. I was overweight. I had 34 kilos in my big bag. Should have been 30. They didn't weigh my rucksack. I had 22 in there. Should have been 7. And I had another bag with coat and jumpers in. And I had my motorcycle helmet, which I brought. Anyway, no problem at all. Through security, they went through all my bags. Scanned them, but they still pulled them all out. By mistake, I'd put a penknife in one bag and they threw that away. but everything okay. Eventually into the airport, nothing was open apart from one cafe, if you can call it a cafe. Couldn't sit down in there, you could just have to take away. Nothing was open. Got through on the plane, arrived, landed, and Heathrow's huge. We landed at Terminal 2, the Queen's Building. A long walk through till we got to passport control. As soon as we hit passport control, there was apparently 6 airplanes landed at the same time. And they're zigzagging you in a queue. There must have been 300-400 people in there, maybe more. Queue, zigzag, social distancing, that went out the window. You have to wear a mask on the plane, by the way, all the time. That was fine, I didn't mind that. Very sensible. Even though everyone on that plane would have had a COVID test already. But yeah, and the air crew were wearing plastic suits and, it was just like, they looked like they were surgeons. And they were miserable gits as well. All of them. Yeah, I won't moan about them. They were just, they got a hard job to do. So, passport control, queued up for 10-15 minutes. Then I got to the junction where the girl went, you've got a UK passport, you can try the electronic machine. Or you can wait another 15 minutes to get to a person. But if you fail that, you've got to come back to the queue and start again. I'm like, oh, God, it's a gamble. I went for the electronic. Surprise, surprise, put my passport on a glass screen, looked at the camera. Obviously, someone there scanning and looking at my documents and locate a form. Through you go, done. Nobody checked my COVID test in the UK. Nobody. The locator form, obviously, they've got the information, so it was tied to my passport. Walked through, suitcase, walked straight through customs, didn't get pulled at all. And where I'm staying here in the UK is one of my subscribers and good friend has let me have his apartment for the 10-day self-isolation. And this is only about 1.5 kilometres away from London Heathrow Airport. Brilliant apartment. Thank you so much to that person. And he has 2 businesses here in London. He's currently in Thailand. One of his businesses is a chauffeur business. And he got one of his chauffeurs to pick me up in a car, meet me at the airport and bring me across. He'd also done some shopping for me, just a couple of basic items, and put in the fridge. So thank you so much for that. You've made my life so much easier getting off that plane. And here I am in the apartment. Now, with 10-day isolation, you are supposed to stay in, not go out. But you are allowed, under the self-isolation rules and the tier 4 lockdown, if you need to get food or go to the chemist or a doctor or hospital or anything like that, you can go out. Keep social distances, etc. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. So, a couple of items were here, which was great. So last night, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to, probably a few evenings, I'm going to get food. In the UK, they've got food apps. They've got the justeat.co.uk and Uber Eats. Now, if there's any more you know, guys, please, comments below. Let me know. Now, first problem. I ordered a UK SIM, a contract SIM, so that when I landed I could just put that in, and I already had the phone number. They've dispatched the SIM, give me my new phone number, so that when I landed here it would be in the post box. Nah. Right now, because of bad weather and snow and COVID, the post service is really slow. That SIM I ordered on the 1st of February, so 8 days ago, still not here. And because I didn't have, my Thai SIM is shut down for Thailand, I'm not using that. Because I didn't have an English SIM I could put in my phone, I couldn't register with these food companies to get deliveries. And whilst I was in Thailand a couple of days ago, I went on to all the supermarkets that delivered to home. That would solve it. But, and I can understand why, they only have so many delivery slots. And people had booked all those slots for the next 3 months. They obviously booked a weekly slot of delivery, and everyone had filled. Every supermarket around here, delivery slot was full. I had a look this morning. Asda had one slot in about 3 days' time. So the next thing, you can click and collect, so you can order on the supermarket and send one of the Uber drivers or the Just Eat or one of these lot to go and get your food and deliver it. Nope, I ain't got a SIM card. It's like, so all my coats on, the lot last night. 11 minutes from here is a Co-op supermarket, a couple of convenience stores which open pretty much all the time. There was a chip shop which was closed, but there was a Chinese restaurant open. So I went, I had no food, I had to go. Walked up, and the convenience store had a SIM card. So I grabbed one of those SIM card, Lycra Mobile, just to give me a SIM for the next few days until mine arrives. Then I went in the Chinese takeaway, got a food, walked back, ate the food, heaven, put the SIM in. So now I can register with companies to do food delivery. So good to go. And I've just walked up to the Co-op to do the proper shopping, and I've done my shopping. Ready for the rant? UK is currently got about 20,000 new cases of COVID every day. It's in tier 4 lockdown. You do not go out unless you have to. And if you do, you wear a mask. That's the minimum. You wear a mask and social distance. Sad this bit, but I'm going to tell you. It's about 1 mile walk to the Co-op, 1 mile walk back. And it's snowing and it's cold. I had a coat, a hoodie, I had, mask, everything. I counted. I saw 32 people, human beings, on my 2 mile journey. And out of those 32 human beings, not one of them came, apart from the woman in the post office, I just sent a parcel off, was 2 meters away. And the woman I paid the food was 2 meters away, through a glass screen. Pay her, clean your hands, and away you go. But 30 people, not counting those 2, on that journey, masks. What would you think? I would say 29 out of 30 should have been wearing masks. Should have been 30, but 30 people, apart from the 2 in the supermarket, 30 people. I counted 6 masks. 24 people, no mask. What the hell is wrong with you people? Walking around in England and in the supermarket, I just kept reversing back up and down, keeping 2 meters, 3 meters distance. There was about 6 people in there. And the people in the streets, there were groups of 3 or 4, no masks. In the supermarket, surely you should wear a mask. You're not allowed in without a mask. 2 people in there had no mask. Unbelievable. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm so surprised. Really surprised. It's just, the shop should immediately jump all over them. Anyway, enough ranting. So here I am, 10-day isolation. This is day 1. And I have got lots to do over the next coming weeks, as in find accommodation, transport, work, loads. And the forecast is snow for the next 2 days. Currently, it's -1 outside with a wind chill of -6. It's cold. After coming from Thailand. Things I love, I've done already. Water, straight out of the tap. You can drink. It's just tastes lovely. That's weird, okay. But drinking water out the tap. It's amazing. And so I've been to the shop. I bought a Mars bar. I haven't eaten it yet. And I bought a Cadbury's caramel. I haven't eaten that yet. English chocolate. They're ready. I've just bought some crumpets, which are hard to get in Thailand. Crumpets, I can't wait. I've bought some sausages, bacon and eggs ready for a fry up. Richmond sausages. Can't wait for those. Yeah, it's just like, that's the best parts of being back in the UK is going to be the food, for sure. Weather, yeah, it'll be all right. It's just acclimatizing. After living in 3 years in Thailand, in the sort of average 30 degree daily average, coming to this, I'm born here. I'm hairy. I'm built for the cold temperature, so it won't take long. It'll be all right. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. But I'm going to put some videos on this channel over as we go forward. I'm not going to schedule certain days for how many videos a week. Just make sure if you want to watch these videos. By the way, Mema won't be catching up for another 10-day isolation. About 12 days before we get back together. I've just sent her a present through the post office, so she'll be happy. But we talk daily. Yeah, make sure if you hit the subscribe button, subscribe, it's free. If you want to help this channel grow, share these videos for me. But next to the subscribe button is that little bell icon. Hit that so that you know when I do upload a video, if you want to watch this sort of thing and follow us. I understand if you don't. I totally understand. It'd just be me and Mem talking a load of rubbish probably, but if you are interested, hit that bell icon. I'm just currently editing a video to go up on the other channel, and then I've got a stack to do. Please stay safe wherever you are in the world. Any questions, comments below. If you want to moan and groan about something, if I don't like your comment, you can whistle, because I'm just going to delete it. So, whatever. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the next video. Lewis Hamilton's just signed his contract. Wonder how much that was for. Formula 1 driver, Mercedes. I bet it's 50 million upwards. Crazy money. Bless him. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.